Hello everyone, welcome to issue 35 of our newsletter. It's our weekly video to update you on upcoming streams and events for the channel. Before we begin, I'd just like to thank you for your support and for helping us to grow. Right, here we are, another week. God, I can't believe 35 of these things done already. It seems like only a short while ago that I started recording these newsletter videos. Here we are, cracking on. Another wee thing is happening. We are nearly at the 500 subscriber mark on YouTube. So with that means that YouTube will throw us a wee bit of cash, but it'll help with equipment and subscriptions and all that good stuff. You know, every bit helps, keeps the channel going, and obviously if you can help make that a thing, it would be greatly appreciated. As it stands, I need 33 more subs and roughly about 500 views. So it works on, people subscribe to the channel, but you need to watch the content as well. That's to stop scams and bots and all that kind of stuff, people gaming the system. It only works if people are actually engaged with the content. So if you watched one or two of our gaming streams, for example, play it in the background when you're getting on with your housework, whatever it is. Some of our longer chats, you can have them going on in the background, and obviously there's loads of shorter videos where you don't want to spend that long, but 500 views, 33 subs, and that'll be the first sort of major benchmark for the channel, which would be absolutely fantastic if we got there. It's not just the monetary thing, it's knowing that we're reaching people and actually making an impact. In the end of the day, why would we be out here doing this if it wasn't to make an impact or discuss horror with people or get people's opinions? Last night's stream we did Alien Resurrection and got a few new people in the chat, so that was quite cool. It's great having the regular folks back, but having a few new faces come in and take part in the conversation, and it was all buzzing, and the three of us were on and we were having a laugh. It's a terrible movie, but sometimes that's fun, just to rip one apart, when you just, movies that bad that you're just scratching your head going, why did this happen? So that was a really good stream last night. I had a lot of fun, and it just felt like we're turning the corner. When you get new folks come on board and they're not just lurking, they're actually saying hello in the chat. Like I said, it shows me when people are watching, so I know you are there, and like I said, just say hello and nothing bad. That's the whole point of the interactive thing. That's why people moved away from TV, because at least with the likes of YouTube, and don't forget we're on Facebook and Twitch as well, so if you're not a YouTube fan, just pop one of those channels and it's all cool. But yeah, we're nearly there, nearly at the first benchmark. Things are picking up again. If you remember, I had that copyright claim which got debunked. It's completely unfounded, but all the viewership kind of stopped. It just fell off a cliff, but we're starting to pick up and get back to normal again. So just keep watching, keep helping us out. You mightn't see all our videos, so if you go back over the stream, keep visiting the channel and you'll see things pop up. And yeah, suggestions as well for movies would be cool. I've kind of caught up with my backlog and I'm keeping on top of it. There's the odd new thing coming out. I know later on this year and definitely next year there's going to be absolutely tons of stuff, but if there's anything that I haven't covered, drop a comment and say, what about this? Especially independent stuff. Kind of been looking at a lot of older mainstream stuff lately, but we're not forgetting where we came from. It's all about promoting independent creators. So if there's any film directors out there with a new project or they've put it out on streaming, give us a shout, the name of the movie and the director, so we can look it up and we'll incorporate it into the schedule, if that makes sense. And if it's not just me doing it my own, but some of my co-hosts as well, we'll make it happen. But yeah, if we don't know, how can we champion people? Right, suppose I might get on with the upcoming streams and stop blathering on here. Okay, Monday 24th of June, I am on with Steve as we continue our look at the Hammer Horror series of films with The Man Who Could Cheat Death. So this is a Christopher Lee movie. It's all centered around a mad scientist who discovers that if he nicks organs from people, he can extend his life. So yeah, it'll be fun to check that out, and I'm sure Steve will have a few dad jokes as well and cheesy puns. It's always good going back over the old stuff, and because we're covering like the 1950s onwards, we're seeing the advent of cinema. So we're actually seeing the progression from stage play to modern movies. And it's a lot of fun to sort of look at that and the effects and how they made movies back in the day and sort of pick it apart. Also, it's good to test if something's a good story, does it hold up? That's the acid test of any movie. Does it hold up even with today's effects? Was it still a good story? Was it well acted that you can still enjoy it? So most of them we have done. There's a few that are bad stinkers, but they're probably bad back in the day as well. That's just part of the course, but still fun to go back. It gives you more of an appreciation for what's happening today as well. Tuesday 25th of June, I am back on with Brotherhood of Dice and Infinite Monkey Tales as we carry on with the Alien RPG. So this is session 14 of the Draconian Strain trilogy. We are in Act 3 of Destroyer of Worlds, and I think we've got maybe one or two sessions left before this section wraps up. So yeah, we've finally got over the wall. We're in the fort in Nebraska. We just seen an absolute massacre that's taken place because of the war with the UPP, with an alien entity that we've no idea what it is. And new players come into the fray, and we still have to get to level 3, find out what the hell hell's been going on. If you haven't caught up with all sessions, here's your opportunity. Like I said, go back over them. It's been a lot of fun. And if you look, there's a playlist for the Alien franchise, so all our videos to do with the Alien are there. And with this, we've split it up, so yeah, it's all under the Draconis Strain trilogy, but the Chariot of the Gods is in the title, so the Chariot of the Gods episodes are marked separately from the Destroyer of Worlds, and the same will happen when we get to the Heart of Darkness, which will be the complete story. So yeah, go back over a few of those, check them out, and then join us on Tuesday and say hello. Always glad to have you. If I get a chance, obviously we're playing the game, but every so often one or two of us aren't doing anything, you know, and particularly that moment, but we do check a chat and say hello, so great to have you on board. Thursday 27th of June, I'm on with Dale again as we continue our look at What We Do in the Shadows TV show. We're looking at Manhattan Nightclub, Werewolf Feud, and Baron's Night Out. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Love this show. It is just an absolute hoot. Still has the same vibe as the original movie. It's keeping the comedy. It's still that irreverent, you know, adult humour, which is a lot of fun. Dale and I are just having a laugh covering it. What we're going to do at the end of this one, after looking at these three, is just maybe compare them to Wellington Paranormal. So we'll see where the two shows are starting to verge, because there is a definite separate tone between the two, even though it's the same style. So we're going to have a wee look at that and then see how it carries on for the rest, because there's only 3 seasons of Wellington Paranormal and there's 5 seasons I think of this now. So yeah, we'll obviously be carrying on with this, but we'll split it up with other stuff as well, so we're not just heads in the weeds, so to speak, with just the one show. While it's fun to do, one thing I learned with the Tremors series was that we were going on a wee bit too much. I was just getting a bit like, that's all we were talking about. It was getting a bit obsessive, where it's good to just split it up with different things. So after this, obviously we'll go back, we'll look at a movie, then we're back to Wellington Paranormal, then we're back to this, but eventually Wellington Paranormal is going to run out first, because there are only 3 seasons of it. It's interesting to see 2 spin-off shows from a movie in the same style, but yet they're different. That's cool. That's a lot of thought behind that. There is clever comedy in this, and there's great special effects. You can see where they put the effort in. Always a pleasure having Dale on as well, and I'm sure we'll have a laugh. Friday 20th of June, I'm back on with folks out of Brotherhood of Dice and Infinite Monkey Tales, The Poor People. They're coming back for more, and we're going to be covering Prometheus. Basically what we want to do is we want to get these movies wrapped up before August, because we want to do Romulus together, you know what I mean? That's what we're all aiming for. And yes, there's going to be a break between the RPG sessions, but there's not going to be enough time to cram 3 movies in between now and August. It's just impossible. Everyone's got things going on. This channel's busy, Infinite Monkey Tales is busy, they're always got stuff going on. Phil's busy with Brotherhood of Dice, you know, the Wednesday group and everything else, so it's just to try and get these all covered so that we're up to date, we're feeling suitably depressed, so that hopefully Alien Romulus will cheer us up and we'll get some hope. God, this is a terrible movie. People are still like, this is one where people are still like going, yeah, it's great, but it's not an Alien movie. Oh, it's not an Alien movie, it's terrible. And it's good to have the discussion. So it's been a while since I've seen it last. It'll be cool to sort of go into it with a critical eye and then just pick apart any good parts and the parts I don't like, but more importantly why. And it's good to have folks on board, because at least you get different opinions. I know Flea likes it, so Mark hates it. I'm not a fan of it, not too sure where Phil stands, so that's what I mean. We'll just we'll work it out. You know, it's good to have different opinions as well. We're not a hive mind, and if it's anything like last night's discussion, if you all come on board and get the buzz going as well, it just makes it a lot more fun. So looking forward to that there. Make sure you check it out. Sunday the 30th of June, Carol and I are back on for the Horrific Talkspot, our monthly roundup of news and events and whinging at each other and setting the world to right and all that good stuff. It's just our monthly therapy session in the vein of a horror show. What we are going to do, we're going to look at Pillow Party Massacre. So I finally got hold of this. Just in the UK, weren't getting any of Breaking Glass's movies, so some are starting to come through now. So yeah, this is by our friend Calvin from 7th Street, so I've looked at it. It's a good movie. It's actually one of the better ones so far. I would argue one of his best, with especially with the sound and everything else. It's got a lot of stuff coming together, so still cheesy, still fun, you know, still a goofy comedy, sloggy horror that Calvin's well known for, so there'll always be that there. But yeah, be cool to see us here, especially after being there practically from the start. Good to see the progression and how things are now. So yeah, that'll be fun to do. And finally, Tuesday 2nd of July, got another month. We're nearly that's another month nearly done. Flipping time is racing. I'm on with Chris, and God, we are doing Sharknado 3. So yeah, at least this will be the halfway point. So no, it's all downhill. There's only 6 of them, so this will be the halfway mark. And yeah, I'll just be glad to see these done. I'm not a fan so far. I know people say they're fun and they're cheesy and sloppy, and that's what they'll point, but it's just so ham-fistedly done. And the guy that's the lead plays Finn as a wooden plank, and they're just not really likable characters. But we'll see how the third one goes. I think they've got their formula where it's loads of cameos. That's what they do. They have loads of cameos and nudge, nudge, wink, wink, and that type of stuff. So maybe it's got into its groove and it's got to be fun, but we'll see. It's been years since I'd given up on this franchise ages ago, but it's got such a massive cult following that folks just love it. So we'll see. Anyway, we'll have a look and try not to cry too hardly, and I'm sure there'll be a crazy theory thrown in at some point as well. But there you go, that's it. As always, this is not a definitive list. This doesn't cover news articles and random streams that come up and everything else that happens and guest appearances on other channels. So until next time, keep updated with the channel, do the type of clicky things, and remember to keep it creepy, keep it horrific.